So I'm right by my camp in La Push, Mora Road. Kind of like you're heading to Rialto Beach. Yeah, I can't drive my car through that. I mean, would you drive across that? My parents left yesterday. It's kind of sad to see them go. That's why you don't drive too fast. Well, I've been out exploring. I need a kayak. When I left Wallace, there was a mound of dirt and some rock, and I had cranked my wheel over and I thought I was gonna avoid it, but one of the things I've had to learn about driving this thing isn't necessarily driving it, but just how heavy it is. It sank into what should have been compacted dirt, but it wasn't compacted enough apparently, and it pinched the tire between the dirt that it sank into, if that makes sense. I mean, I tried squeezing it with pliers. Just to even bend it is really hard. I bought this Craftsman set before I left home, and man, is it come in handy. I've had to do so much shit with this. So I'm gonna cut this, because I'm going to Kalaloch tomorrow, and they don't have power, and I only last a few days without power. That sucks, but that's the reality. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this for a measurement and to get a piece. There's pieces at the hardware store and forks that I may be able to, drill and attach just to extend it out. For now, gosh, you can't even see light coming through. I don't think I would have been able to bend that back. So I'm gonna go to Forks and get the parts I need. So I went to True Value here in Forks and got some parts for fixing the generator muffler. And actually I went with a it's like fence posts and some flashing and some hose clamps, and that'll be my temporary fix. Should work just fine. Prolonged exposure in the field to equipment is devastating. There's like all these people at that. It's like the Forks Rainforest Arts Center. And there is always a shit ton of people lined up outside that place. They must have something cool in there. I doubt I'll be able to check it out. Alright. I forgot to film this, but this is what I ended up doing. Hose clamps. This is actually a fence post, so it's a big, thick. This is the only real grocery store in Forks. I mean, there are other places to buy food. Mexican place, and they sell pretty cheap produce. This is gonna be interesting. So I drove the car dolly out here with the car dolly behind the motorhome, but I'm gonna try to use public transportation to ferry the car all the way down into Longview, if you can believe that, which requires me to be heavily reliant on public transportation. And getting back out here would be really hard on public transportation, and so I was like, well, I know Amtrak. Amtrak is amazing. As far as I'm concerned, it's a easy way to travel. I enjoy traveling on Amtrak. So I was like, I need to find a place next to an Amtrak station, because I'm gonna take my car home and leave it. And if I take my car home and leave it, that means I need to, you know, get back here. And getting back to either Centralia, Olympia, Portland, but so I was trying to get the closest place that I could, and I ended up in Longview because I couldn't find a decent spot. In Longview, they had 1 week for $360 at an RV park, and that's not great, but it is better than some of the stuff, some of the prices I have been paying. And from there, I can see Olympia. I'm gonna go home because I have a doctor's appointment, probably to talk about my scan. I don't know. All right, here we go. I've already left La Push, and now we are headed to Kalaloch. I don't think I'm gonna make the bus. I don't think I'm gonna make the bus station in time, because it's like really far away. But this is a good place, this burger place. Why they call it Big Cedar Creek. Ruby Beach is closed. Still 5 miles away. Plus the time to get in. I might just have to call and let them know I won't be able to pick it up until 3. There's Kalaloch Campground. See where the bus stop is. Moving up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one a bit.
I think that's the camp. Well, it was the camp host site, but they're not here.
Yeah.
There's a British guy. The last time I was here, he had a Bigfoot camper and a truck.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my slide will stick out, but I can move it later. Maybe I'll come up.
Yeah, you look fine.
Well, when the slide comes out, I'm afraid someone's gonna hit me.
Slide, it comes out on this side.
Yeah, but I don't know. I gotta see if I can make the bus. I gotta go back to pick up my car.
Oh, I wonder. I may not stay here tonight. We'll see. But,
It's a nice place.
Oh my God, for one night, yeah.
$20. Can't beat that.
$20.
So I don't have the greatest internet here, but it's decent enough. So it's about an hour where I was staying over by La Push to here. I was supposed to catch the bus, but I missed it because of road construction. So I'm gonna have to call them and see if it's okay that I left my car in their guest parking lot. I'll probably be there about 3 o'clock to get it. I'll have to go down and get the bus at about 1:30. It's a 3-mile hike, but there might be a place I can get lunch, so I might do that. But right now I'm headed to go get my car, so I'm gonna walk to the bus stop. It's about an hour walk, 3 miles to Kalaloch from South Beach. But it's a pretty walk. It's nice and cool today, overcast. It's only a 2-hour drive. Well, it's an hour drive, but then there's construction, so it's probably an hour and a half to get from here to where I was in the push. And the bus is gonna take 2 hours to get. Hopefully they factored in construction time, but I was gonna try to make the 9:30 bus, but because of road construction, I was gonna just try to come out here to the road and wave it down because I wouldn't have made it. For whatever reason, I only woke up at 7:30 this morning and I didn't get out of there until 8. So I would have had to run the bus down on 101, just waved at them, hope they stopped. But now I can just walk to the bus stop, go check out the Kalaloch little area over there, maybe the ranger station. I have a half an hour. If you want to tell whether a tree is a cedar tree or not, they usually have those lines like that, the bark, and then look at the leaves. Let's see. See how they're not like a normal pine needle? They're kind of almost like a arborvitae leaf. So I'm at the Olympic over by Kalaloch, and look, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like right on the other side of this little green belt, it's all clear cut. And that's what this whole place is like. It's all clear cut. I mean, the only old growth forests are in the rainforests in certain areas. Otherwise, it's all been cut. This is the Kalaloch Lodge, and I'm sitting at the bus stop. Looks like comes at 1:35, as verified by Google Maps. Looks like I could make a 5 o'clock one if worst came to worst, or even an 8. Forks, 30 minutes to get on the bus to go to La Push. That's cool. So I just got get out my car from where I was staying to this new place. This didn't work out too bad this trip, but it was only an hour, right? The next phase will be to go from Kalaloch to Longview, which is south of Centralia. So that's about 4 hours. So this was an hour, 4 hours. That's going to take an entire day. But more than likely, I'm going to take the motorhome and then come back and then pay to leave the car for a day or two at Kalaloch because it's so cheap, and then come back and get the car. I don't know. I have to ride Amtrak too to Olympia to come out here. Road construction. Look at that. This is still the same road construction. What are we, like 30 minutes into this? We're still just in this road construction. From it started just before Ruby Beach, and I think it goes almost all the way to Kalaloch Lodge. Maybe a mile or two outside of Kalaloch Lodge. There's the bus stop. I walked this whole way. This whole way. South Beach, not South Beach, Cal. Feet are slow. The camp host is gone. I heard a rumor that he might have gotten pissed and left. He was a cool guy. He was British. I saw him a couple weeks ago. I don't see anything on my window yet. What time is it? It's 5:40. Post sign. Good, how are you? Good. So what will happen is if people don't have their stuff here, other people will just move right in. They don't care that you've put a little slip in Although I think that that's rare. Although I think that that is rare. See, look, he decided to move. Oh, good for him. He was like, I think, a little irritated with me, the guy in the Vegas, unless he's somewhere else, but he was a little irritated me that I took his spot, or that I blocked his view. But I'm glad to see that he moved over here. I mean, gosh, I don't want to block people's views, but obviously if someone tells me to move, I'll move. But as it gets later today, it'll be, these will all fill up. People come from their hikes and then they set up their tents. It's mostly tent campers that come towards the night, and then they're here for a day and then they leave, type of thing.